Hey football lovers, today we're taking you on a quick trip across 5 stadiums that have hosted some of the biggest moments in the Women's African Cup of Nations. These are not just places where finals were played, they are stadiums that have shaped the history of women's football in Africa. Stay with us. Let's begin in Rabat, Morocco, where the Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium hosted the WAFCON final in 2022. With over 50,000 fans in the stands, the stadium saw South Africa win their first ever WAFCON title, beating host Morocco 2-1. It was a big moment, not just for South Africa, but for women's football across the continent. The stadium's modern design and electric atmosphere made that final even more memorable. Next up is the Accra Sports Stadium in Ghana, where the 2018 final between Nigeria and South Africa ended in a tense penalty shootout. After a goalless 120 minutes, Nigeria won 4-3 on penalties, taking home their 9th title. That match had fans on the edge of their seats, and the drama was unmatched. The stadium itself is historic, used for many of Ghana's major sporting events, and it delivered a final that felt like a classic. Now to Yaoundé, Cameroon, where the Stade Amadou Ahidjo hosted the final in 2016. The crowd of over 40,000 was loud and full of hope as Cameroon faced Nigeria in front of their home fans. But it ended in heartbreak when Nigeria's Opera Nozier scored a late winner. She had also scored the goal that took them into the final. What stood out was the respect shown afterwards. Cameroonian fans stayed behind to applaud their team and the champions. It showed how much the women's game means to people. In Windhoek, Namibia, we have the Sam Nujoma Stadium, the smallest on the list with just over 10,000 seats. But in 2014, this stadium hosted its own bit of history when Nigeria defeated Cameroon 2-0 to win their 7th title. Goals from Desiree Paranozie and Azizat Oshola were all Nigeria needed to reclaim the AWC title. It was also the first time Namibia hosted a major women's football tournament. The tournament brought real attention to the game in the southern part of the continent and proves that even smaller stadiums can deliver big moments. Finally, we go back to 2006 when the Warri Stadium in Nigeria hosted the WAFCON final. This was one of the most dominant finals ever. Nigeria on home soil defeated Ghana 1-0 in front of tens of thousands of fans. The stadium, which holds over 25,000, was one of the most modern in Africa at the time and offered a big stage feel that matched the occasion. That win gave Nigeria her 5th title and solidified their legacy in the competition. From Rabat to Abuja, these stadiums have helped push African women's football into the spotlight. They've given us historic wins, emotional moments, and packed crowds that proved the women's game belongs on the biggest stages. As we leave you in this video, if you know anyone passionate about African sports and data, especially women's sports, kindly send them our way. We hope you enjoyed this and can join us in the next video. Remember to like, share, follow or subscribe, and also tell somebody about us.